All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ben Andrews. I am the founder of the Seattle Film Summit, and I am here with one of our partners, Manny Kowalling from Inspire Washington. Thank you for being here, Manny.
Of course, I'm excited to be here.
So I know that we, for the last 2 or 3 months, have been playing with this creative economy idea, and now we're about to launch it. And I was hoping you could give our audience a foundation of what we're really trying to do with this contest.
Absolutely. Here's what I want to talk about, and I'm not going to go too far out of your imagination. I'm going to talk about the cultural and creative place that you live, right? You're a creative person, you're a cultural person. There's work that you want to do, but there is an obstacle or there's a lack of a resource. I'm certain this is starting to resonate with you, right? There's something that's keeping you from your creative dream, right? And what we do as creative people is we get creative trying to still figure out how to make it to the end goal. Well, I want you to imagine the opportunity of changing the game, getting rid of that obstacle, creating the resource that will fuel your work. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the space of public policy. And I know that you hear the word public policy and you're already starting to fall asleep. But it doesn't have to be boring. It can be exciting. Public policy, maybe around what kids learn in school, or public policy around how street lights turn on and off and how we pay for it. I want you to imagine that public policy can also make creative work easier, more impactful, more resonant. It can bring resources to your work. It can do those kinds of fun things too, right? So this contest is about unleashing your creativity and inspiring you to operate from a place that you know your work, and to dream of resources or rules or new laws that will drive creative work. So it's really about speaking right to the place that you live.
That's awesome, Manny. Below this video on this page, you have so kindly provided us some samples and examples of creative economy ideas. But for the sake of this competition, how fleshed out are these ideas that we're asking for to pitch in front of, our prestigious panelists? Is it just as simple as an idea, or are we looking for a deeper fleshed out concept?
Well, this is a different type of creative process, right? I mean, everything starts with a dream of a goal, right? So I think that you can start with an idea, right? And through the course of being part of this project, this program, right? This competition, you're going to really flesh that idea out and kind of understand what are the legs that will make it stand, right? What are, what's the impact this idea, is going to make, right? So I think you're going to start with an idea, and you're probably going to start with something that you really understand, something that is, something that the state of Washington or your community lacks as far as supporting creative programming, or something that stands in your way. You'll probably start there. But I think through the course of this competition, you're going to get a better understanding of the impact you're trying to make.
And I don't know about you, Manny, but for the first time in a long time, and as the Seattle Film Summit, we advocate a lot for film. But coming out of pandemic, I've never heard more verbiage out of our state leaders talking about creative economy. So if you have been sitting on an idea and you always thought, hey, man, I have this great idea. How do I move it forward? How do I build these steps to its success? How do I become an advocate of my own idea? I have to tell you, and I think Manny will echo these thoughts, this is the time. The state, our leaders are looking for creative economy ideas, and they will help you build them. That's what this competition is all about. So please give us your ideas.
Absolutely. Your elected officials, they know that many of us aren't working. They know that their communities, their local businesses count on creative economy, right? So I think this is a unique time in history. I think that your ideas will resonate much deeper than they have before. And so this is the time, if there's some idea that you've been holding back or you haven't been able to articulate yet, this is a time to put that into words and put that into to bring it to life, because I think that this is like any other, like no other time before, is when that could maybe have a chance to live.
Well, on behalf of the Seattle Film Summit, again, I just want to thank you, Manny, and Inspire Washington for going out on a limb and doing this creative competition with us, something that I know we've never done before. And I'm excited to see what our community brings to the table.
Absolutely. There really are no bad ideas. I know that's a cliche, but really, honestly, I think all of the old rules, get rid of all the rules. Oh no, they don't want to talk about that, or they'll never consider this. Maybe they will now, right? Don't edit yourself. Think big, and really think about what your work needs to flourish and thrive here in the state of Washington.
So we'll see you when you make it to the pitch panel at the Seattle Film Summit.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Best of luck.